Grace Mirchandani is my favorite genre hopper and a favorite indie author. Her enthusiastic approach to life comes through in her prolific and eclectic writing. Links to all her works, my first interview with her, and my reviews of her work are in the show notes.
I must have been, I don't know, I got some kind of notification about Little Hell on the Prairie that, that I could, or maybe I saw it on social media or something that, and I was so excited. I was like, oh, I can, it's actually free, I can go on the Audible and I don't even have to spend any credits. And I just started listening to it. And then I thought, like, I remember like the opening, like listening about like how it was like made using AI, and then I was like, but I don't know, it sounds so human, you know?
Oh yeah, I was chosen for the beta program for the Amazon Audible AI program. So I thought, what the heck, let's give it a try. So
That's awesome. Yeah, how did that come about, and what was that?
just like maybe a few weeks ago, I got an email that just said you've been invited to participate in Amazon's audiobook AI narration beta program. And searching for Sadie, my one of my other books was I already paid a narrator and had an audiobook made for that. But it takes a while to recover that expense, right? So I thought, let's give it a shot. I'm kind of on the fence with the whole AI thing, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
But my thinking on it was people can do text to speech anyway
yeah,
that prefer to listen, that can't necessarily afford a Audible um, deal, or a lot of people are listening with text to speech. So it's not really any different than that type of AI that we've already all been using. It's kind of been my justification.
yeah.
Um, and it pays the same as like a KDP ebook. So I've been happy with it. I think I've only had maybe like 6 or 7 audio users so far in the few weeks that it's been launched. So I just clicked, sure, let's give it a whirl. And it's been available on AI audio. All of my books except for Searching for Sadie, I threw in the program.
Oh, okay. So all of your books are available on Audible.
Yes, with
Um,
the AI. The only one that's a human voice is for Searching for Sadie,
right.
but all of my books have some type of audio book available.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking that up. So so you've got something else, something brand new coming out.
Yeah, it's exciting. I
What is
actually,
that?
so I've had this story kind of rolling around in my noggin for a while about an alien invasion, and I love the idea of twists. That's kind of like my hopefully my calling card to my readers is that if you read a book by Grace Mirchandani, for the most part, you're going to get some kind of fun twist. Um, so I had this story kind of in my head forever, and my husband just kind of was like, "Why don't you just take a break from everything else and just write something fun?" Because I was working on something deep and emotional for a while, and I said, "You're right." So I just sat down and I just kind of banged out this. It's longer than Little Hall on the Prairie, but it's not quite a full length novel. I think it sits right about 35,000 words. But it's the story of a young guy who's out in the woods with his wife, and they're going to meet his cousin, and all hell breaks loose, and the aliens show up, and after one horrible night with the aliens, they leave, and then it's so hard to not give spoilers on a like any type of mystery horror adventure style book. Um, but the people have to travel to aid in future skirmishes with the aliens possibly returning for something that they've left behind during their first trip. So it's a very fast paced the book takes place over the course of like 7 days. So it's literally just hopefully what happens next, hopefully the same way people feel about Little on the Prairie is just very quick.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that I'm watching a movie on Netflix. It's just like that brain break from the heavy books. It's fun, it's fast paced, it's gory. There is some foul language. I like to put that out there, just trigger warning. Um, but it's different than what I normally write, but in a fun way. And you know me, I hop genres like crazy anyway. So I guess it is what I write.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So do you have it on like a physical book, or you have that on hand? I saw you holding something up. I
So
don't.
that was Little Hell on the Prairie. But
Oh, okay.
I was just saying it's going to be about twice the length of this. So it's not a huge book, but it's
Okay.
so I haven't even sent it to my editor yet. Um,
Okay.
because I'm still running through my first draft edits and it comes out in like a week and a half. But well, I have to have it uploaded by the 7th of July.
So
It
this
comes out July 11th.
July 11th. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
The pre-order is up now. I
Pre-orders. Where-
I write really clean. Like I write slow because I write almost like it's final draft. I just prefer to write like there's a lot of writers that'll just sit and write like 10,000 words in a day and then they'll go back and do like 5,000 edits. That's not my style. I will write a chapter and then I will perfect it and run it through software and fine tune that chapter before I move on to the next one. So when I'm done, it's a quick line edit, it's a couple of suggestions, and it's formatting. So that's just my style. Um, and it works for me. It wouldn't work for everyone. But that means a lot of times I push the envelope right up to the last minute to finish. And so the ebook will be ready by the 11th. The paperback will probably be another week just because of that reason. And
Yeah.
it will be available on an ebook for 3 months before it goes to KDP because that's just kind of what I've been doing and it seems to be working for me. So it'll be available paperback, ebook, audio, AI narration, and then it will go into the Kindle Unlimited program after 3 months.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So the genre hopper is right now she's doing horror. She-
Yeah, I'm just in this horror place, but I am going to be doing Mitzi 4. I'd like to release before Halloween. So to
Okay.
finish off that Mitzi Clark series. And then I'm still working on Audrey and Maude, and I'm working on another secret romance trilogy, which I hope to launch in 2025.
Okay. So we got horror, middle grade fiction, and then the contemporary women's fiction.
Sci-fi,
And
yeah,
the
women's
last one
fiction.
was the last one, or the last thing after after Audrey and Maude.
I'm working on actually under a pen name. I'm working on a series about the goings on in a hotel in the Adirondacks that's been run by the same family for over 100 years, and each book is a different character's story in the Grand Hotel. So, see,
Wow. Okay. So maybe we'll talk about that one in the future.
sure.
Or I mean, I don't know if you want to reveal yourself.
You know, the funny thing is, I don't mind my followers and friends and readers knowing that I'm writing under a pen name. It's more about the organic followers that a pen name helps create. You know, if, somebody who follows, say Colleen Hoover might only read her romance, right? And they see Verity and they're like, oh no, that's not my thing. But to me, Verity was like her best book ever, right? So if my thinking is if I have a pen name that just writes good, solid romances, then those romance readers will find me. It's not really so much about being secretive or trying to stay hidden. It's really just to help a marketing train so that people that like romance knows that Morgan Dean, which is my pen name, will be providing these types of books. And Grace Mirchandani, from this point forward, will be focused more on horror, supernatural across all ages.
Okay.
Trying
Okay.
to rein my craziness in just a little bit.
Do you want to list out some of your kind of break it down, like where can people find each thing, or
Sure. I mean, everything that I've put out so far is all on the Zon. I feel like that's just like Amazon is the best market for indie publishing right now, which is subject to change. Also, TikTok Shop has been a new avenue for sales. I'm considering doing some character art and special editions of Touch Me, See Me, Feel Me, Hear Me, where I can do like a fancy cover with printed pages and maybe even black pages with white ink, just something to be a little extra because I'm a little extra, and get that like as a limited edition in my TikTok shop. So
Yeah.
TikTok would be a cool place to pick up a signed copy of any of my books for the same price as you'd find them on Amazon. So
Okay.
there
Any,
there are a few available in Walmart online and Target because I do distribute through Ingram Spark, but I'll be honest, typically you're going to pay a little more and I'm going to make a little less. So if you want to support me, then Amazon or TikTok Shop is the way to go at it right now.
okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about TikTok Shop, but
It's been a learning curve.
okay. Um, but you've got your link tree and everything's pretty much
Yes.
in the link tree. Okay.
Yeah, the link tree is in my bio, but if you click under like on my profile, you'll see it'll say shop. And if you click on that, you'll see all of the different listings. It's almost set up like eBay.
Okay.
And the prices are really clear. And a lot of times if you spend more than $10.99, your shipping is free, and we have to ship within 2 days. So you often get it just as quickly as you would through Amazon. So that's another nice little perk of the TikTok shop. And the author makes more money, quite honestly. So I'm looking forward to that TikTok shop really taking off. So
Yeah, so you're making money through TikTok Shop and
yeah.
through Amazon.
Yep.
And what about like are there any like freebies out there to try to hook people in or
Yeah.
well,
If you go to my
yeah.
yeah, if you go to my link tree, which is in on my Facebook page, author page, and on my TikTok profile, and you open my link tree, you can actually read Little Hall on the Prairie for free, or my first Mitzi Clark book, Mitzi Clark and the Keepers of Shut, which is YA, but every adult that's read it so far still likes it.
Yeah.
And that the only thing you have to do to get that is sign up for my newsletter. And I'm a very busy mom, so I'm not somebody that's going to be sending like a bazillion emails. It's once a month maybe that I send out my newsletter. And it's got some good stuff in it and some good book funnels that can get you other free books too. So if you want to read some of my work for free, hop on and sign up for my newsletter and pick which book you want. So
Yeah. And people can always see you on Audible. I mean, I just did a search for you there and it looks like all of them are free on Audible.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah, and
as
As the
I
Tide Turns is doing all right.
yeah. And wow, touch
But
me, see me, feel me, hear me is also on there.
yep,
That's awesome. I really like that book a
that's
lot.
my favorite. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah. That
Okay.
one gold and silver at the 2023 Book Fest.
Oh yeah.
So that was cool. That was just a really nice ego pleaser because it's hard as an indie author. The money definitely doesn't make you feel very good about your talent, I guess, because we're
Yeah.
swimming in a sea of a billion people. But to have that kind of nod, that at least the book was good to the judges that read it, it felt really nice. It was a nice, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, validation, I guess. So,
Yeah. Well, that one, I mean, it's sweet and it has a satisfying ending and so it hits
and there's
all
cats.
yeah, it gets all those endorphins in the brain and people like that. Yeah.
That
So
was just such a fun story to write because it kind of unfolded as I was going. I didn't plot anything,
okay,
and
so oh.
I just loved writing that. I fell in love with Seth and Sarah. They're just the characters. I felt close to them, and Sarah having a quote disability, not being able to speak. It made me think outside the box. How do you write somebody that can't speak? So it was a challenge and it was fun, and the plot points are all crazy, and it was
Yeah.
a blast to write. I definitely enjoyed writing that.
And it was a blast to read. So
Awesome. Thank you so much.
everybody go check out Grace Mirchandani.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, everybody.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Grace.
Yeah, my pleasure. Anytime.
I'll let you get back to your being a mom.
A crazy household. Yes, thank you
It
so
never
much.
stops.
I love every minute of it.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, it was good to see you. We'll talk
Absolutely.
again soon.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. All right.
My
Bye-bye.
pleasure. Thank you.